Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected Professor Dr. Muhktar Ahmed, Chairman, Higher Education Commission, Pakistan. Abid Farid, Country General Manager, Microsoft. Usrat Junaid, Educational Cloud Solution Lead for Microsoft for Middle East and Africa. Majid Alk, Director, Middle East and Africa. Gibran Jamshed, Modern Workplace Solution Lead, and Amar Al-Atiya, Educational Industry Lead, Microsoft North Africa, East and East Mid Pakistan, and Mr. Haripur, Senior Director, Education, Public Relations. Our guests, respectable guests, delegates from HEC, faculty, and dear students. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. Today, we feel honored to host the leaders of Microsoft at University of Haripur, and the event becomes so inspiring for us as our dynamic leader, Chairman, Higher Education Commission, is also present amongst us. It's under his visionary leadership that HEC envisions consolidated higher education sector with enhanced, equitable access to quality education, excellence in university leadership and management, and increase research, innovation, and commercialization activities so that the higher education sector may serve as an engine for socio-economic development of this country. Let me briefly introduce University of Haripur. It started its journey as a campus of Hazara University in 2008 from a place which used to be a factory of rosin and turpentine. It was in 2012 that we established as an independent university. During that time, it was during the last 2-3 years that we were able to erect these two academic blocks and an admin block. One of them we are sitting in now. Currently, we have around 3,000 students enrolled in over 50 programs, undergrad as well as graduate students. The highest strength, by the way, in our university is in IT department, which represents around 25% of the total students. We have a vibrant QEC, a functional audit, a very skilled Directorate of IT, CDC, and we are just taking off with Business Incubation Center. We have already started the process of digitization of the university with ERP, learning management system, and LMS. We are developing our own indigenous system and have already deployed most of it. So we are very grateful to HEC for the ICT initiatives taken to equip our university with a variety of services. To mention a few of those, our students and faculty have access to digital library. We are amongst a few public sector universities of KP. We are the third one, where the Smart University project has been deployed. This fast-speed connectivity, coupled with the laptops distributed through HEC, have provided access to our students in each corner and all over the campus of University of Haripur. We have a video conferencing facility enabling us to participate in a variety of national and international events. We have also been selected as partners of Huawei for the establishment of HANA Lab, where the equipment has already been deployed and it will soon start working. Under the joint ventures of Higher Education Commission and Microsoft, we are already having access to system and application softwares including Windows, Office, Visual Studios, etc. And Microsoft Virtual Academy, where students get hands-on experience on different Microsoft technologies. We have a testing center for Microsoft Office specialists here, where last time 120 students appeared in the exam. We have access to DreamSpark for students so that they can access software individually, although we have not been able to fully utilize the potential of this scheme. We have Unified Communication Microsoft, where our faculty and staff have access to email, OneDrive with 1 terabyte storage, online Office 365, complete set of groupware tools including Outlook, Yammer, OneNote, etc. Taking advantage of the presence of our Microsoft leaders, we'd appreciate if we can expand this level of cooperation, and we can be helped with Azure training for our students and IT staff, with Microsoft certified system engineer training for our IT staff, and if we can renew the DreamSpark subscription so that our students are able to utilize, and any other area where Microsoft can help us in capacity building and provision of the services to our students to empower them to achieve more. As we are located in a remote area and are catering the needs of students which are mostly from underprivileged backgrounds. With this, I again cordially welcome you all and thank Microsoft leaders visiting us, our distinguished guests for being present here, and especially our Chief Patron, Chairman, Higher Education Commission, for taking time to be with us today. It's so encouraging for us, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for honoring us with your thoughts and comments. Now I would like to call Harb, Senior Director, Education and Public Sector, Microsoft North Africa, East Mediterranean and Pakistan, to shed some light on the role HEC and Microsoft is playing in academia.
Too short, but I would like to leave you with, it was made on purpose just to leave you with some thought on how we can leverage the agreement between Higher Education Commission and Microsoft. Usually, if now in academia, definitely you're reading around the globe what's happening in terms of latest technology and where technology is going. And you know, for decades, the PC was the computing platform, and now we see the cloud as a computing platform. And then by 2050, there are some trends coming around, like mixed reality, quantum computer that are looming nowadays, and that could be the new computing platform. And potentially, none of this might not, we don't know what could be in 2050 also. So we don't know. We're assuming that mixed reality with the quantum computer and artificial intelligence is the future, the computing platform future. But also, we're not 100% sure. So what we're doing at Microsoft, and this is what I'd like to share with you, is in our mission statement we say is, in education we like to empower every student and educators to achieve their maximum of their potential. And on empowerment, what we did on the empowerment piece is that we galvanized all our resources around the 3 interconnected ambitions. Now we call them ambitions because this is work in progress. So first, reinventing productivity and business processes. So now we're looking at 4 main principles around reinventing productivities, and these 4 principles are collaboration, and then mobility, intelligence, and trust. And then collaboration, we know that given that you individually are working on your homework, on your degree, but still collaboration is the norm nowadays. And all our products are centered around collaboration. And we know that this is very important. In terms of mobility, now we know that all our contents, whether applications, settings, configuration, all our contents are roaming with the computer experience. So it goes from the lab to your laptop, to your tablet, or to your mobile. So that mobility experience, wherever you are, you're still in contact with your team, with your peers, with your instructors. So mobility is also another key pillars of productivity. And then the intelligence. We all know the explosion of data now available on the World Wide Web. So how we can benefit from this data intelligently? Because time is a scarce resource. So how can we capitalize on the short time we have to be productive, yet using analytical agents to help us get insight of this a huge amount of data that the world is offering us. And then trust. So how we can work in an environment that compliance, secure, open, trusted. So these are the four pillars or four computing trends that we are leveraging around productivity. The second ambition is the intelligent cloud. And this is, my colleague Khurshad is going to dive more into the cloud. My colleague Majid is going to talk more about productivity and personal computing, so I'm not going to touch in detail. So the second ambition will be intelligent cloud, and we all know about now cloud, how much scale it will give us. The sky is the limit in terms of what we were dreaming about solving certain problem in the past. Now, with the availability of the cloud, the scale that the cloud offers in terms of infrastructure, in terms of computing, processing, this is very important. And the third ambition is around the personal computing. So how we can take that experience of computing from working on the multiple devices and having the same experience, the same productivity tool around that. So it's very important to keep those three ambitions in mind: is the productivity, the intelligent cloud, and the personal computing in mind, and how you can benefit and leverage those from the agreement that exists between Higher Education Commission and Microsoft. So you can start playing and testing those technology that you have available through the agreement existing. And thank you very much.
Call Faisal Rafiq, Deputy Director Systems, HEC, to discuss the part HEC is playing in higher education today.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This journey started back in 2009 and with the aim to enhance technical skills in HEIs. Well, when we talk about enhancing technical skills, it also brings the employment opportunities and all that. So HEC is also involving the enhancement of employment skills and all that within the HEIs of the students that are going out of the universities. So when we started this journey in 2009, it was through a partner. But when this, in 2013, when Dr. Muhktar took came as a chairman at HEC, so we thought to change this process of going into direct contracting. So we contracted Microsoft directly, and with that direct contracting, we've been able to go into this partnership. So in the start, very few public universities were involved in this program, but now, Alhamdulillah, more than 160 universities have been included in this program and getting the benefit from this program. The salient features of this partnership includes free access to Microsoft products, trainings and workshops for the faculty, staff and students, mainly focusing on different technology areas. The main focus of this partnership will be in this current era is cloud computing, dynamic CRMs, and then also we'll talk about the concept of Wi-Fi and all that. So far more than 1,000 training has been conducted, and I will say it's a kind of achievement for HEC that more than 500,000 students have been trained by this program till 2017, and we will be aiming that till 2020 we will touching a mark of 1 million students, so that we can bring more benefits by using this partnership. This joint effort is especially focusing on providing free access to latest resources to the students without any cost. It is worth mention here that with this partnership, the students from different areas or from different universities, they are being able to access latest resources, latest products, and this not only helping in promoting IPO, but also discouraging the use of pirated softwares. In our areas, if you talk about like 10-15 years back, the use of the registered product among the students was very low. The concept of use of the registered product among the students was very low, and students were using the pirated products. But with this partnership, joint partnership, HEC helps the students to access to the latest products, so that they can use this registered products, they can develop the customized applications, and they can come and participate in the program that is being conducted worldwide. Let me remind you about the program that is called Microsoft Imagine Cup. So this Imagine Cup actually helps the students from different far areas to participate in this program, and they can actually demonstrate their skills. So means like if you have an Imagine Cup program running around in your university, you can ask your students to participate in that program, and then the winners of that program, then we have different stages like a national event, then we have this regional event, and then after the regional winners we send the teams to global events. So this will actually encourage the students to come in front and then show their skills, and in the end of the day, the Microsoft actually employs those students who actually show their skills at such level, so that they can come and make their career in such big organizations. So again, this is a kind of big opportunity for them to come up with some kind of ideas and develop their skills and enhance their skill sets through these tools that are available worldwide. So this is one of the big benefit of this program. Second biggest benefit is that we are conducting workshops for different products, like the Harp mentioned about artificial intelligence, and then cloud computing, and then some other areas we were talking about. So all these products we are going to conduct workshops, and we have a plan of this workshop throughout a year. So every year we are conducting more than 40 to 60 trainings over this program, so that the students from different areas can easily gain access to these programs and can enhance their skills. It's not only about the STEM students or talking about the engineering students, even the social science students can also have the access to the latest tools. For this, we have a MOS program, Microsoft Office Specialist. Means most of the time it happens that we are unable to make the presentations up to that level that we see at the international level. The presentation has been presented in such a way that you can easily present yourself. Means like it's saying that a picture can present 1,000 lines within one sketch. So the thing is that when you are going to enhance your skills, it's not about the engineering students or technology students. Even the social science students, they can also get benefit from these programs. For them, we have special trainings around their skills as well. So MOS is one example where we are providing the Microsoft Office Specialist, which involves Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and all that. So which will actually give capabilities to the students to enhance their office skills as well. So these are the benefits we are talking about, is all about this partnership, and this partnership is all going to stay along with your feedback. Means like in the end, if you talk about this partnership, it's partnership only because for the HEIs, and we are doing this and we are bringing these benefits to the students, to the HEIs, so that the HEIs and the students can get the maximum benefit. So if you talk about it in such a way that what is the real, who are the real beneficiaries? So HEC main aim is to target the students of those areas which don't have the access to the latest resources. Means that they talk about the latest universities like NUST, like FAST, like LUMS. So they already have this latest technologies available with them. But we talk about the universities from Balochistan, talk about the university from KPK, talk about this University of Haripur. So the students that are studying in these universities, they don't have this access to the latest resources, latest products. So with this program, we actually encourage these students to access these resources, which are actually having no cost at all. The only thing that we need to understand that we need to hit the right method, and that's why this Academicians academic day has been introduced inside the universities to actually give you the awareness of all these programs that HEC is bringing to the students, the HEIs. So again, means like this partnership will actually help the students to gain access to the resources, and HEC is putting all his efforts, all his best, trying level best to bring all the main technologies to the students so that they can get benefit. So this basic program of this academic day is actually give you people the awareness of what actually HEC is offering. Like I'll just give you a simple example that most of the time if you go to the university and you say what HEC is offering in terms of technologies, in terms of the products. So this is the right time that you should aware of that this is the offer that we are having it with from the HEC platform, and we can avail it for our faculty, for our staff, for our students. So if our students, like in this year, we are planning to have the deployment of CRM, or you can say ERPs that we talk about, and those ERPs are mostly deployed in the latest universities, in the universities which have the fundings and all that. But now we have planned this with this partnership that we are going to deploy this ERPs and all that inside other universities, and like in KP we are targeting 5 universities. So like other programs, the VC was talking about the HINA program, and the same initiative we have taken under this Microsoft partnership as well, that we are going to target different universities and we ask them to build the labs so that they can enhance the skill of their faculty, not only faculty but also the students. So they have the right skills when they pass out from the universities, they can get the jobs, they can actually enhance their careers, so that means like in the end we talk about creating opportunities for the people. So when the opportunities are there, you have to gain it, you have to avail it. So most of the time it happens and it comes to us that people don't have the knowledge that what actually the technologies are, or what are the latest technologies are being used. Most of them we see that Windows, if you talk about Windows, now we are going to give trainings about Windows 10, which is the latest version of Microsoft Windows, okay? So we see that mostly the Windows 7 or Windows XP even used in the universities. So we really want that people to use Windows 10, the latest Windows that we will be offering, so that, and it's, believe you me, it's free of cost. So, free of cost for the students, so that they can use what actually been coming in the latest Windows and what are there for them. So it's all about giving them the opportunity to gain access to the latest resources and latest technological trends. This is all possible. This all is possible with the combined efforts of HEC and Microsoft. And we are trying to improve our cooperation day by day. And there's always a room for improvement. There's always a room for improvement. That's why we are, with each passing day, we are trying to improve. We are bringing this to each and every university. This is first academic day in this University of Haripur, and this is the reason that because of this partnership we are conducting this academic day, just for the awareness of the students, faculty, and to give them the real benefit of these products. So in the end, I will say thank you very much, and this partnership is all about bringing benefit to the students, faculty, and staff. Thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Dear Honorable Professor Muhktar, dear Honorable Professor Abid, it gives me great pleasure to be among you today to represent not a single person achievement, but it's a team achievement combined from HEC and Microsoft teams. The interesting thing that without any prior preparation, okay, Faisal did the oral part and the verbal part of the agreement, and I'm going to show you just the visual thing. So thank you, Faisal, for making my life easier here on the stage. So again, as mentioned, this is a long-term relationship that's been translated to what we call and what we refer to as the ETA, or the Education Transformation Agreement. And there are 4 main pillars in the agreement, as you see. Basically, we wanted to, through this ETA, to translate our vision and mission. When we talk about Microsoft's mission to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. In education, this is translated through empowering every student of today to achieve to be the productive person in the future. So we want to put the latest tools in the hands of our students. As Faisal mentioned, so you have access to the Office 365, and today we are very proud also to announce the availability and to reconfirm the availability of Windows 10 through what we call the student advantage, or what we refer to also as the student use benefits. Because under this agreement, all students, they have access to Office 365 Pro Plus. And just to again emphasize here and remind you guys that we're not talking about, when we say Office 365, it's only the Office online through the browser. No, we are talking the full-fledged Office that worth hundreds of dollars when we sell it to the commercial like banks and so on. So we are availing it free of charge here with the latest Windows 10. Again, it's not the Windows 10 that you find in the store like the home version. No, it is the latest enterprise version. So please keep this in mind, and we're talking here when we have these tools available for you. Training and professional skills development, this is a very important pillar. And I will show it also on the next slide. Imagine Academy is our vehicle to, once you have the tools, you need the readiness program. Everybody of us, everyone needs the readiness and the proper training. So we avail that through the Imagine Academy, or what the BC staff refer to as the Microsoft Virtual Academy, and of course the Imagine Cup. So if we move to the next slide, I will not take long here. This is the tools of learning. Okay, we are also pleased to have our international guest Majid Aqil with us today to talk and to show you in action. So yes, we love PowerPoint, but enough slides, we want to show you things in action. Next. So far, these are just a glimpse. Again, quoting what Faisal Saab said, we have tens of different sessions. The way of delivery of our training sessions are combined of in-class sessions, what we refer to as the campus days, where our team come visit you for a full day, meet the VC, the faculty members, the students, to talk about the ETA and to talk about the latest trends and tools. We also conduct training sessions, 2 days boot camp, okay, in different regions across the country through HEC venues. And we do this not only through HEC, currently they invite the different universities in the region to come in person, but also we record all these trainings to be available for you for on-demand viewing later on. Also, we do the online. So it's not a matter of a shortage of skills, sir. Okay, Pakistan, we are just wearing my personal hat here, okay? As a proud Muslim of Pakistan being a leading country, it's full of resources. But our agreement also with HEC is to, whenever we have international guests visiting, okay, also to share their experience from the other markets. So also we deliver through this ETA, we bring foreigner speakers to talk to you and to share the latest trends in education technology. I think this is the pillars. So we have online, we have in class, and we visit universities according to a plan we agree on with HEC. Imagine Academy, as I said, it's our vehicle, okay? Imagine Academy is not only MOS, it's productivity represented by Microsoft Office is one track inside the Imagine Academy, okay? But please, I encourage everyone to access the Imagine Academy and see the other tracks. So we have track for computer science, we have track for infrastructure, if you are interested in an IT pro career, and we have now latest tracks being added for data science as well, as a very hot topic. The insight for the faculty, for the honorable faculty members with us today, okay, it's not only the online learning. You get the chance to download what we refer to as the MOOC. It's not the MOOC that we know like edX and Coursera, it's the MOOC. It's short for Microsoft Official Academic Course and Curriculum. Okay? This means any course, it is ready to be integrated in a 13-week semester. Okay? It has lesson plans, it has study guides, and it has the lesson objectives and so on. So to make your life easier and to make it easy for you to integrate whatever topic you want in your computer science course, we avail it through the Imagine Academy. And with that also, I came to know from a very short discussion chat in the morning, you also have here Faculty of Education, so you have, okay, so you have teachers, or what we call pre-service teacher. Recently, we are proud that we added through the Imagine Academy courses series called Teaching with Technology. Okay, and those will enable the pre-service teachers to be ready in the future to take an exam from Microsoft called MCE, Microsoft Certified Educator. And since we're talking Microsoft, everybody will think this is okay, only IT or STEM, you know, science, technology, engineering, and so on. No, MCE has been developed, okay, in collaboration with the UNESCO, to apply what the UNESCO developed 5 or 6 years back as the ICT framework for teachers. What this means that if I'm a teacher of any discipline, of any subject, I can utilize this subject and this training in my field of study as well. Okay, so this is worth mentioning. Of course, with the Imagine Academy comes the what we referred to earlier as the MOS certification, and this is again another ambitious project, brainchild of Professor Muhktar, that he wanted to have every student under the Prime Minister laptop scheme also to have the content and the certificate to be ready to get certified and be more employable. And with that project, we availed through HEC a total of 400,000 MOS certificates. Please, if you have any questions, if you allow me, Honorable, if I can take questions, I'm ready to do that as well. If anybody of the audience has any question, please just go ahead. Imagine Cup, again, in 2017 round, Pakistan rocked Imagine Cup, really, the competition. It was the #1 in Middle East and Africa. It was #5 worldwide in the number of submissions from the student projects. We are really very proud of what your students across the country delivered and participated in the event. And you know, the celebration was, as you see in the next slide, we were honored also to have Minister Iqbal with us, and of course our chairman, and it was a really nice celebration. Hopefully we repeat that again in the 2018 round, okay, next year, inshallah. Last but not least, as I said, you have access through what we used to call the Dream Spark. So when you read here Microsoft Imagine, it is the Dream Spark. This is the new name. Okay. The reason of the rationale, just for your info behind it, that Microsoft wants to have everything that touches, any program that touches students, to be under one brand. So you have Imagine Cup, you have Imagine Academy, and of course the Microsoft Imagine is the what we used to call the Dream Spark, is the way to access the tools. And as I announced, okay, through the Microsoft Imagine, shortly you will be able to also download the latest Windows 10. But just a small reminder here, please, when you bring your PC to download, make sure that you have also original copy of Windows on your PC, because this is a Windows 10 upgrade. That's a very, you know, small, exactly. This is the way to get it. Okay, bring any PC. Of course, the PCs under the laptop initiatives are, of course, all original. If you are buying from outside, make sure that you buy a PC, a laptop with original Windows. Just the lowest price of original Windows. Bring Windows home and from here you will get the latest. Okay? Last, I want to end up with this slide. Okay? This is a survey that we conducted across universities, selected universities last year. Maybe the colors are not very clear, but we didn't want to work, HEC and us, just isolated, just delivering the program, and we don't assess the impact. So this is a field research that had been done last year, and the results were encouraging. Okay, but this is not to celebrate, because we still have a long way to go. Okay, and with the sincere collaboration and support we are getting from HEC team, okay, and from your engagement with us, okay, we will see, inshallah, next year all these bars in green color, making everybody is fully satisfied. Inshallah, that's our aspiring ambitions. And with that, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. But let me just close with the very humble thank you for HEC team, for the soldiers behind the scene, as we say, Faisal, Tawkir, Naveen Sar, with all 9 from Karachi. And I would like to thank our team who were, 24/7 this week behind this event, Tehmeen, Rizwan, and Suhaib, and Aisha. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.
For the comprehensive overview.
Assalamu alaikum. Honored guests, Professor Muhktar, Professor Abid, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear colleagues. Good morning once more. My name is Kürşat Rashid. I'm coming from Turkey, and I'm from Turkey. I grew up with the song Jive Pakistan in 80s. Back then we had very good relations with Pakistan, still good relations, but hopefully it will improve, and we will have again these very best relations like we used to have. And I'm very happy to be here amongst friends. Today I'm going to talk about more our cloud technologies and what we are doing in higher education in Microsoft. I think you can hear me like this too?
Yes.
Okay. I used to teach also in different places, so I'm sure I will make sure that everyone hears me. Let's have a look at this picture. What are you seeing here? Group of people, okay? This is from Pope Benedict's election. Not that we care about the Pope, but this is a crowd of people and watching some event. And let's see the next picture. This is the election of 2013. Do you see the difference? So this is how our world is evolving. Now everybody has some smart devices, phones, tablets, and do you know what they did next? Of course, they went into the social media, they published on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all their pictures and everything. So imagine all this big data going into the world. And luckily, our clouds and cloud technologies are improving a lot. And let's have a look at these figures. I'm not going to go through these figures for the past 5 years. You can imagine how humongous data is going in the world. But as I said, we are lucky now. We have the cloud technologies growing a lot. We have the hardware and technology to maintain this data and then do analysis as we wish to use and utilize this data. Let's have a look at this cloud technology example. Does it look like cloud to you at the moment? No, not really. This is a pizza as a service, okay? If you do a pizza at home, this is what you need. You need the oven, fire, pizza dough, and the toppings, everything you do at home. This is fully managed by you at house. Imagine this is an infrastructure as a service in the cloud. So how do you do this? This is take and bake. Like you go somewhere and pizza dough, tomato sauce, toppings, you add it, but the rest of it is coming from the vendor. Let's go one step further. If you ask a pizza delivery, call someone is delivering pizza to your house. Then you have everything. You don't use the oven, fire, pizza dough, everything comes. You just need your soda, Sprite, dining table. That's it. This is the platform as a service on the cloud environment. And if you use this software as a service, fully cloud, such as Office 365, then that means you are out, dining, soda is there, dining table is there, pizza is there, you are just eating and enjoying. So this is the utmost that you can go with the cloud technology. Let's go a bit more technical on this one. I know we have technical people here. So this is the on-premises data structure that we have. You are managing everything in the house if you go like this. This is pizza at home. You are cooking everything here. But if you use cloud services as an infrastructure, as a service only, then you are going to get these services from the cloud, and this part you are still managing in the house. As a platform as a service, if you utilize, you just manage the applications and data. The rest, the operating system, virtualization, servers, storage, networking, coming from the cloud. If you use software as a service, you don't need to maintain anything. All the software is updated, security is there, storage, networking, everything is coming from the cloud. You just manage your data, your users, and that's it. Talking about the cloud structure, this is the Microsoft's, you need to give a little bit more time. This is Microsoft's data centers around the world. There's supposed to be a map behind it too. But you know, we have 38.
Microsoft for around 18 years, straight out of college. And I'm here to show you a few things about the new things that are coming from Microsoft and Windows 10. So the first thing I want to show, let me move this a bit. I'll remove it when I'm going to play the video, I'll put it back. So the very first thing I want to show you are some new things with Windows 10. Who's using Windows 10 so far? Okay, everyone should be using Windows 10. So as you know, we had Windows XP and then Windows 7 and 8 and 8.1. And then we had Windows 10 and that's it. So Windows 10 is going to be the last version of Windows. However, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have new features and new updates. So basically twice a year now, because technology is moving so fast, we're putting out updates. So every about 6 months, you will see an update that's coming with Windows 10. And the latest one that we have is called the Fall Creators Update. And there's a lot of enhancements to the Fall Creators Update. And many of those enhancements are related to inking and pen. So you will see inking everywhere in Windows. Now, who uses the Edge browser? Who knows what Edge browser is? All right, not too many people. So Edge is the new browser from Microsoft. Basically, it allows you to do inking on any web page. The internet connection here is slow, so I don't have a page open. But basically, you can open any page and you can do inking on it. So I have a device here with a pen, and many devices now are coming with an active pen. And what I opened here actually is a PDF file. So now you can open PDF in the Edge browser and you can annotate them. And so also we have something called the immersive reader. I'm still a student, so a few months ago I was taking a sailing class, and the sailing class, all the content was in PDF. And with PDF, you know, with a book, I take the book and I highlight and I take notes on it and so on. But with PDF on the screen, I don't really want to print it. I want to save paper, right? And I have it on the device. So the Edge browser allows me to do two things here with PDF. It allows me to listen, so if I don't want to read, basically it's going to be reading the content for me.
HDMA International Regulations for Preventing Collisions at Sea 1972 Part A General with amendments adopted from...
So basically it can read for me, so this is good for small children because it teaches them how to read, and then for me if I don't want to be reading if I'm not paying attention. The other thing I can do is I can also annotate this PDF file. So I can go into edit mode, and now I can take notes. You know, this is important. Or I can highlight, for example. I can highlight this, and once I'm done, I can go and save that file. And now it's saving a PDF file that I can go into, and then I can look at the highlights, I can look at my notes, and so on. And this is all in the browser. So this is an example of the new browser that we have with Windows 10. Cool? All right. Now, another very nice tool is the Microsoft Whiteboard app. So when I was in college, and probably this is what happens now, the professor goes on the board and then starts writing the notes. And I was frantically trying to copy everything, right? And half of the time I'm spending paying attention, and half of the time I'm writing the notes. And I wish I could just take a photo of it. We didn't have smartphones back then. So this application shows you kind of how the interaction could happen. So my favorite subject when I was in school was math and geometry and things like that, so I will start with it. We have a ruler, and before you used to be able to use the pen and touch not together, but now what I can do is I can use both touch and pen together.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Abid Farid, Senior Director, Middle East, Africa, Microsoft, Haripur, colleagues from Microsoft, faculty members, colleagues from HEC, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, assalamu alaikum. It is an honor and privilege for me to be here today. And I'm very pleased to be here today because I know when we started initial interaction with Microsoft, and we thought we should be working together as not as a buyer and seller thing, not as a business venture only, as a partner. And we are proud that in Alhamdulillah, in Pakistan, in technology, we are also, with the help of our partners, we are doing a pretty good job, inshallah. And I was very impressed to see these demonstrations by you and also the brothers. I wish I am again a student or teacher at least. As I always say, I never thought I was so bad professor, they pushed me in this clinical job. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is good that in Pakistan, alhamdulillah, government is investing in this sector, higher education sector. As you're all aware that we started this journey in 2002 as HEC. This year we are celebrating our 15th year anniversary. And the journey started with very limited resources, with 59 universities, only 270 plus thousand students in the university system, only 800 plus publication coming from Pakistan. Today, after 15 years, we have 188 universities, 1.4 million students in our university system. If we add the affiliated colleges part, the 3.1 million students are in higher education sector. But the bad news is that there are still 37 million people, around 37 million people in the age group of 17 to 23. They are looking for some options. They are looking for some opportunity that they should also get good education. Keeping in view the constraints, especially the faculty, I think this technology is providing us an opportunity that we should do something good at home even. And we are lucky that in Pakistan we created the Pakistan Education Research Network, the PERN, and we started building our system, mashallah, and today we are proud that we have a cloud computing system in Pakistan. With the capacity of 5,000 servers at the time available with HEC, we are working with all our universities. and our partners, different partners, including the Microsoft. And as the HEC team or Microsoft team was sharing with you the opportunities available to our youth, to our faculty, they are huge. But again, the bad news is we are not utilizing them. We are not efficiently utilizing them. My request to Honorable Vice Chancellor and faculty to please make sure that we are getting benefit of these tools available. If required, you may try to create some learning opportunity for faculty even. I need to learn because these are new things. They were not there when I was doing my education or when I was teaching. So we should not be shy of learning. Every day it is a new learning. And we were told that learning is a continuous process. And I think this is a good opportunity. And for youth, you have a huge opportunity. You can use it as a business tool. You can learn these tools and you can make a lot of good resources for your family. Because nowadays, creating jobs for people is a very difficult task for government. Don't look for job, create jobs. You should be job creator, not job seeker. That is the message for you, ladies and gentlemen. And the way technology is changing, I was talking with Brother Prof, that I think we might not need teachers in the next few years. The way artificial intelligence is moving, the machines are going to teach you. But we do need people who are going to teach machine what to teach to the rest of the people. And that is the reason, ladies and gentlemen, in Pakistan also we are setting up a center of excellence in big database, in cloud computing, in artificial intelligence, and all those new innovation coming in market. I think the biggest teacher or biggest innovator in the world at the moment is Hollywood. Whatever 30 years back they were showing in the fiction movies, today it is reality. So whenever I see today's fiction movies where they are showing the war of the new alien coming to this world, I get scared that this is going to be reality. Because I still remember when I was at school level or college level, this black and white TV started in Pakistan. They used to show some fiction movie where they were using those, a guy who was a man from Uncle or something like that, Simon Temple and those type of things. Roger Moore's movie and other movies, they were showing that they are doing something and he's stuck somewhere, he's just opening his shoes and he's opening those things and then he's talking with the phone. And that was the time when we were thinking, how it is possible? The phone in the shoes and phone in the watch. And today it is reality, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still just keeping my finger crossed that when this material science people, the physics people are going to make it reality, when in the Star Trek they say energize and the persons are shifted to another region within no time. So at least we should be getting rid of this long traveling, 10-hour traveling and those type of thing. They should energize me from here to Morocco or from Morocco to somewhere else.
Space vacuum.
Space vacuum. Challenge for you, ladies and gentlemen, especially for students. This is your era, this is your world. Whatever these grey-haired people and the rest of the world they have done, and what we are enjoying with technology, you are going to create a new world for the next generation. Keep it balanced, because another thing which is worrying me is the way technology is going ahead, we are becoming less and less human. We need to also create a balance in our societies. The human part we should not ignore. My biggest concern to my society and my education system is, especially to those internet companies and 3Gs providers and other things, you have taken away the dreams of our youth. And if youth, they are not dreaming, you don't have a good future. What is happening today? That whole night we just play games. We are working on WhatsApp and sending messages to each other, jokes and those whatever, depending on your age. By the way, we should be very careful, because now people are focusing on those messages and they're saying what is in your telephone and what is in my telephone, because you're aware of it. So, but still, you know, I will suggest to parents and the student, please keep some time for yourself also. Turn off your mobiles after midnight. Have nice sleep. Get some dreams. Because without dreams, you cannot have future. As Martin Luther King, he used to say, I have a dream. So let's see how many people have dreams. किसको ख्वाब आते हैं जरा हाथ खड़ा करें. Still we have a hope. Still we have a hope. Let's dream for future. Let's dream for human. And all these tools are for human, to facilitate your life, to facilitate our life. We should not take them that we have to facilitate technology. No, it is the other way around. So any research, any work you are doing, keep human part in front of you. That this should facilitate human part. And second important message is, it should have some constructive effect, not destructive effect. We have to make this world heaven, not the hell which right now we are facing. I appreciate your time. I know today is Friday. I'm sorry I have to rush because I have another meeting I took you. Between this enjoyment, I was enjoying your lecture. So first thing I will ask my team to put this window 10 on my laptop so that I should start enjoying it. Because after 5 months I want to go back to teaching. So I will be using this tool to just impress my students. But they know better than us. You know. I remember when I used to teach, that was the initial time when people were doing the PowerPoint. And I was also a student when I was in state. And I used to say to my teacher, I know from where you have borrowed these slides. This is on the such and such website. So people are smart now. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I will request Microsoft, I will request HEC to make this collaboration more effective. And I was told that you have some issue of, I think they are providing you 150, those 150 those vouchers? Yes, free vouchers. So I'm adding 300 more free vouchers free of cost. Give us opportunity to our youth so that they should come forward and utilize those resources. But to make this fruitful and effective, I think university teacher has to play their role. Have few sessions, even you can utilize Saturday, Sunday. Have some afternoon session for faculty, for students. Give them motivation so that they should be aware of this good opportunity and similar other opportunities so that they should come forward and utilize them. That is where government and people of Pakistan are investing for you. We are paying for that and we should get benefit of it. And I'm thankful to Microsoft because mashallah they brought a big team from different part of the world. I hope in the next couple of decades we might be, you don't have to travel, take the midnight flight, Emirates or Qatar or anything. You just have to stand and say energize and you are there. Keep hope alive. Do go for dreams. And then inshallah the future will be bright. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to you also for giving us this opportunity. And you are the first university they are starting this year. And inshallah we'll continue this process, brother. But next time we should be checking out, we should be also with the green line. I think you are showing those targets, how many in your presentation. So I think next time then we should have one line for Microsoft. We have achieved. Yeah. So that should be also test case. Thank you very much.
So before I call Majid back to finish his presentation, I would like to call the Vice Chancellor to present HEC and Microsoft teams with mementos to commemorate today's occasion. So, starting with you, Professor Dr. Muhktar Ahmed. Please come join us.